So here's a question for you. Can you really tell the difference between something written by a human and something written by AI? It seems simple, right? But the answer is getting seriously complex and fast. Today, we're going to dive into this fascinating challenge and look at a future where the line between a creator and a copy might just disappear.
I mean, think about it. This has always been the bedrock of great writing. Human writers have a voice, a distinct style that's as unique as a fingerprint. Hemingway's short, punchy sentences, you know them when you see them. And they're worlds away from the winding, elaborate prose of Dickens. That uniqueness, that's our anchor for what makes writing feel, well, human.
And our guide on this whole journey is Lev Neymotin. He's the author of the analysis that we're going to be breaking down today, so his insights are really the backbone of this whole explainer, giving us a super clear and thought-provoking way to think about AI and what it means to be an author.
All right, so let's really dig into that foundational idea, the writer's unique voice. What are we actually talking about here?
It all comes down to this idea of a stylistic fingerprint. And that's exactly what Neymotin's analysis is built on. It's not just one thing, right? It's the whole package. The specific words they choose, the rhythm and flow of their sentences, the overall tone. It's that invisible signature that lets you know you're reading Stephen King, even if his name isn't on the cover.
Okay, but here's where things get complicated. That unique human fingerprint, it's now being copied, and honestly, with pretty startling accuracy.
You see, most of the tools we have right now to spot AI text are kind of looking for the basics. They're searching for statistical patterns, this sort of generic, bland, average AI style. You know, writing that doesn't have much complexity, or uses really predictable phrases, the stuff that was a dead giveaway for early language models.
But that was the old game. The new game has totally changed. You can literally ask an AI to write in the style of Hemingway now, and the result is, wow, it's surprisingly good. The AI isn't just spitting out text anymore, it's performing a style.
And this brings us to a really crucial distinction that Neymotin makes. He argues that true authorship is authentic. It's tied to the writer's actual identity. But AI imitation, no matter how good it gets, is still just a surface-level copy. At least for now, a sharp reader can often feel that something subtle, something real is just missing.
And that little phrase, "for now," is the key. It leads us straight to the core idea of this analysis, something Neymotin calls the convergence paradox. And trust me, this is where it gets a little mind-bending.
So let's just ask the big question, right? What happens when AI gets so good at copying human styles that the imitation is absolutely flawless? What happens when that subtle, real quality is no longer missing?
So here's how this paradox plays out. It's basically a three-step process. First, you get mimicry. The AI masters thousands of different human writing styles. Then, you get convergence. By learning from literally everything, it doesn't just copy one author. It blends them all into a perfect average human style. And that leads to the final wild step, indistinction. The AI's writing is now totally indistinguishable from a human's, but also from every other advanced AI.
And this quote from Neymotin just hits the nail on the head. The AI's very success at becoming a perfect mimic means it loses any distinct style of its own. It's like it becomes a ghostwriter for all of humanity, perfectly average, and because of that, perfectly anonymous.
Okay, so where does that leave us? I mean, if this paradox actually plays out, it has huge, huge implications for every single AI writing checker on the planet.
Suddenly, the problem isn't technical anymore. It's not about building a better mousetrap or tweaking an algorithm. I mean, how can you? You can't catch something that is, by its very definition, stylistically identical to human writing. The whole problem shifts from being technical to being, well, philosophical.
This is pretty much the dead end for any kind of style-based detection, isn't it? If an AI has a perfect human stylistic fingerprint, how could any checker possibly flag it? Style, the very thing we started with as our unique human identifier, becomes totally useless as a marker. The boundary just dissolves.
So if we can't tell the difference anymore, we're forced to ask a much, much bigger question. And this isn't about the tech anymore. It's about our own ideas.
Yeah, the entire conversation has to shift. We've been so obsessed with who wrote this. Was it a person? Was it a machine? But what Neymotin's analysis suggests is that might soon be an unanswerable question, and maybe, just maybe, it won't even matter anymore.
And that's the big, kind of scary thought we're left with. If human and AI writing styles really do converge until they're one and the same, what does it even mean to be an author?
What is creativity? What is a unique voice? According to this analysis, that's not just some technical puzzle to be solved. It's a profound question about the entire future of human expression. And right now, there are no easy answers.